notice how this says this is a description of a slave ship. Now, the image that we're seeing, they're talking about all of these so-called enslaved Africans being packed inside of a ship. Now, does this ship represent the so-called, well, they weren't even ships, they were boats. Number one, 15, 16, 1700s. You didn't get these types of boats until the 1800s. Before I go any further on that, just imagine that. How is that even feasible when you're having no room to breathe, no nothing, no get up and pee, no water to drink to keep them alive, because you know they're not gonna feed them no food. How is this making sense? And this is a description of a slave ship. You know, they create all these other museums for all this extraordinary stuff but they don't have a museum with something like this. Come on, man. How many people you think gonna survive like that? I want you to critically think about this for a second. Like, really think about this. Put this into your mindset. Would you survive this? Would you survive this? If you were, God forbid, captured by some anonymous so-called white people that don't speak your language, but they somehow manage to capture you and your family members. Matter of fact, your whole tribe. Let me back up. I just said some random white folks that don't speak your native tongue, but they're able to capture you and your family members, the whole tribe. And when I tell you that white supremacy is an illusion, that's what I'm talking about. You just handing them the power. Just giving it to them. See? And that forces you to not look at the bigger picture. Side by side, laying on their back. How does that make sense, y'all? How? And then don't get mad at me because I'm telling you to think about this stuff. No, when we came over, these white folks kidnapped us from, and I told you, I asked you before, these white folks captured you from who? Who captured you from who? And you talking about your ancestors and you ain't got nothing else to prove that story to be true, to be associated with your own individual family. You just fall right for it. And then we gonna blame the white man because he wrote it. No, but you fell for it. And you know how? They start you off at a very young age. They start you off in children. Remember, we had this conversation before. They start you off as children. Just like slavery, they started, the slaves were children. You couldn't really manipulate an adult like that until later on. You could definitely manipulate the children and mold them into however you want them to be.